Here's adventure.
His fast gun for hire heeds the calling wind.
This is high noon and welcome. Are you prepared to draw? I hope so. And I don't mean any of that liver lizzy gun slinging stuff. And I don't mean any of that arty stuff. I'm here to do that. You all will just draw together, become family, friends, help each other, support each other, all that stuff. This is a place to have a good old time, friends and frolic, and all that stuff. Okay? This is it.
Hello, everyone. How are you all today? I see we got 5 people here. Hello, Joshua. Hello, Raven. Hello, Bullet. Hello, Evan. I think that's everybody that I see. And Raven. Oh, once did I put that straw poll right? Give me a sec. I got to redo the straw poll. Crud. Back. Well, it's hard to win when you don't enter in time, Raven. Okay. So, JP4. Hey, Dylan, garbage dude. Yeah, 8 out of 10 Monday, the 30th. My time, 10 p.m., 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Why do you reject your thing? I reiterated it last night. Okay, so I just end up having to redo the poll because I put Raven in instead of Evan. But okay, so I guess first off we need to show the pieces. So let me share my screen. Okay, so here is Evan's piece, the Chibi Black Blood Oath. Boy, here is JP's Blood Oath. Hashtag justice. And this is Raggedy Man's Blood Oath. So there is the straw poll. And of course, I will show Ravens, but it is not on thing. There is Ravens Blood Oath. What? The Chibi one wasn't yours? We can't have me voting with everybody seeing. Stop sharing. We have 2 votes in right now. So let's share screen again. Today's is going to, we have 8 people. Cool. 10 a.m. or in your case, 2 a.m. 2 a.m., not 2 p.m. So we got the Chibi by Evan von Scriver, which I really like. JP's Blood Oath, again, I really like. JP's not an artist, so him putting in one is good. I'd like to see the non-artist putting in stuff as well. Now, I should go back up to the top here. And, of course, we have Raggedy Man's Blood Oath, which is really awesome as well. And, of course, the one that didn't get isn't getting voted on because it was a little late to the party. Ravens. No, because he's not an artist and he was actually trying. Let's see. Okay. Evan asked, did Cat make it in time? Evan says, howdy, Bullet. Bullet says, hello. How dare you shmoo off air? Okay. Shake my head, says Bullet. I saw them. Cat made 2 of them. Well, I didn't see them. Bullet's laughing. Joshua says, wait for Cat. Bullet says, you can't, Rick. Rick is prejudiced against late entries. She has art to send in, says Joshua. Pope Raven says, please vote for me, everyone. Word on the street is that you were late, it says Bullet. Evan, Cat finished hers before I did. Check your email. I did earlier when I was looking for yours, Evan. Bullet is who's Cat. We got a couple faces from Joshua and Evan. When was the deadline? Deadline is, as always, 10 a.m. Monday morning, Eastern Standard Time. Kat told me I can enter before the show starts. Not just before. Bullet says 10 a.m. It's 2 a.m. now. So I'm so JP says hi. Dylan says garbage tier deadlines. Joshua's oops. Rick needs prep time. Joshua says trash. Pope Raven, cat lied to me. Evan says I retract my submission. This is not fair, says Pope Raven. My tie says bullet. Evan says cat tricked me into drawing it. Hashtag justice for Raven, says Raggedy. Joshua says you should put Pope Raven in. Fine, I'm boycotting all future competition. Joshua's laugh out loud. Dylan says Pope Raven deserves a chance. We all know how well justice works. Laugh out loud, says Bullet. Hashtag cat lie, says Pope Raven. I get put the straw poll in. Pope Raven goes, hashtag don't believe cat. Evan says, that wasn't mine. JP says, no cat or John. Nope, neither of them put one in. Raven says, thanks, cat. I lost because of you, Joshua says. Nice. Raggedy says, Raven wins. JP says, I'll get better. Okay, let's see. Hold on. Raven says, you made me lose, cat. Now I'm going back to the cult. What did cat do, says Pope Raven. Raven says, I quit forever now. It's all your fault, cat. Cat wasted 4 hours of my life. Bullet says I voted. I asked Cat when to submit, and she said just before the show started, liar! GBs aren't real. Is JP's a joke submission? I answered that. Cat's still painting the fool. How dare you, Joshua? Joshua says, that's not Cat's fault, Pope Raven. I told Cat that was the deadline. I thought it was. Boo, Cat. Evan says, boo, Cat. I sent them in. Please take. I will show for sure, Cat. Oh, liars. Here it says, Raven. Hashtag Cat lies. Joshua's got a couple frowny faces from Joshua and Cat. Get both owned and wrecked. Cat Evan says, Cat, you tricked me. Cat says, what happened? Show Cat's art. Cat, why'd you lie to me? Cat says she was frowny face. I had mine in by 10 p.m. last night, says JP. Cat says, I'm sorry, Pope Raven. Joshua says, Cat, I remember the deadline wrong. Apparently, it's like 2 hours before the show starts. I stayed up to 2 a.m. for nothing working. Raggedy says, I wish to give my spot to Pope Raven. The poll's already up. Maybe she sent it in last night. They got Malanon. I could have slept 3 hours ago. Domain error 404. For what? Thanks, Cat, for. I'm sorry, Pope Raven. Never coming back to the cult. Raven says, cult of liars. Joshua says, no, I'm sorry, Cat R and Pope Raven. I think I was the one who told you the wrong time. Real question, Rick, is if the early deadline is to give you a buffer to prepare for images to create a straw poll, why disqualify Raven if he obviously made a good faith effort? What if I show the timestamp when Cat finished them? No, it's being sent in that counts. And that's why I'm showing Ravens, and I'm about to show Cats when I get it, is because of the good faith effort that they did put in. A faith of good effort, showing them off. Okay, so now I gotta find Cats. Let's update, see whether the poll's been updated. Oh, we got 4 votes. 2 for JP the Trucker, 1 for Hotep, the late Von Scriver, and Raggedy the Man, and 1 for Raggedy, the man who draws fire with the fire of a star. Okay, so where did you put it? You put it on the thing, Cat? Or did you message me? Okay, so yes. I will show up. Okay, so there is one of Cats without the mask. Those aren't really they're ears, but they're not ears. That's not what his face would look like, but still good. And there's that one. Both are good. Which one would have you submitted, Kat? Okay, and we've got 9 people in here. Yeah. Hey, Kodiak, how are you? Okay, so where are we? Well, I look forward to the day that everyone discounts everything Kat says. Just outright laugh out loud. The poll's up, but it's not legally binding since you spelled my name wrong. Yes, it is. And there is the poll again for people to vote. And let's see, what do we have here? That's Ravens. That is Raggedy Man's. That is JP's. And that is Evan's. Okay. I sent it on Twitter. Now I regret buying Cat that awesome sketch card with her excuse. Von Scriber, I take offense to that. That's why I said the late Von. Did I say late? Whatever. And Cody says hi. Wow, so cool art. Bullet says, yeah, Von Scriber was cooler than Herp or a Derp. Epic. Pope Raven says, I vote for Cat. Bullet. Evan says, Bullet, probably the first one, but the second has the mask. I vote for Cat, says Raven. The first one is so good it makes me question my sexuality. She's not on the poll, so I'm just voting here. 3 votes. I'm going to be honest. The fact that these artists took valuable time to draw your characters, then listening to you gleefully laugh and disqualify. I mean, if we are being honest, the pick of Raven's Blood Oath is about to fist the sky. Pretty solid. Yes, 4 votes for Cat is kind of gross. Can you throw again the poll? Okay, well, we got that going on. Well, I'll be drawing my character here in a second, or starting to. But you all are probably also wondering what the contest is, the creator contest. So, I did this actually about a year ago, and the prize was only a digital copy of the Canadian Shield #1. The prize this time is going to be a set of my cards, trading cards signed. What else? I'll draw up your character on a sketch card. Or you can't see it. On a sketch card, Well, actually, I'll do it. It's either a set of signed sketch cards, a T-shirt commission, or a 12 by 18 commission. It'll be your pick. But this is the month-long one. You need to come up with the backstory. You can work in twos again. No, it's not just Thanos. What else? But basically, it can be hero or villain. The character will be yours, obviously. It's maybe to give me some inspiration. But I called it back then the ABCs of Cross Comics for the contest because I have a character that starts with every letter in the alphabet but X. So you have to create a hero or villain that their name begins with X. See, I have Absorb. There's your A. Bat Black, B. C, Canadian Shield. D, Darkness. E, Electide. F, Flame. G, Ghost Spirit. H, Hyperspeed. I, Insecto. J, John Sims. He's a supporting cast, but I'm including them. Crust on the top of it more. K for Killer. L for Leo. M for Messenger. N for Nighthawk. O for Ozona. P for Pig Snarker. Q for Queen. R for Razor. S for Snowdrift. You can just do X. X is a name, technically. But, Art Kodiak. John Dillard thinks I'm turning into a bad person. I'm not laughing at the fact that somebody put in late. I'm laughing at the comments because some of them are funny. And I think they're supposed to be meant to be funny. John. T for Tank. U for Ultraviolet. V for Virgo. W for Watchtower. Yellow for Yellow Lightning. And Z for Zodiac. So, you have a month to create the look. And get a name for your character and backstory. Can be hero or villain, doesn't matter. The name just needs to start with X, and that is their hero or villain name, not their, real name. Like Professor X is, Xavier. You can't have his, his hero name is Professor X. That has to start with X, not, Xavier. Hey, Ulrich. I was just going over the contest, the month-long creator contest. You can create a character with the name Naomi, but that would have to be like her real name. Why are we giving you a character? You're not giving it to me. It's going to be your character. I'm not taking the character or nothing. Kodiak, it's your character. see whether you guys can inspire me. I've tried to do the whole X thing myself, and I just thought it would be neat to see whether what you guys could come up with in a month. The character is yours and yours alone. I do not retain any rights to it. But Elric, the contest license it to you. But Braven is now going to make X the wizard. Raggedy Man coming soon. X rated. So yeah, Elric, the thing for this month-long competition is, of course, is what I'm calling the ABCs of Cross Comics Character Creator Contest. So you have basically till the 31st to get it in. 31st of October, midnight Eastern Standard Time. You can work, two people can work together. You can do multiple entries. So you need to come up with the backstory and the look, like history, powers, all that sort of stuff. And like I said, it can be hero or villain. And you can submit anytime throughout the next month. So like I said, the deadline is October 31st of this year, 2019. Right, he says, mine's done. His name is XXX. Look, he sounds like exactly like Van Diesel. JP4 is back. Let's see who's winning this contest at the moment. Anyways, this straw poll. Hey, come on, people. There's like 10 of us here. Let's vote on this poll for... Oh, probably got to bring the best. I'll show off the stuff again. Oh, there's 9 of us now. The best blood oath. There is. That's Evans. It's got to be in the official one, Evan. There is JP4's. And there is Raggedy Man's. And of course, special mentions are Ravens. And again, special mentions. Let's see what we got for. See whether anybody else has voted. There is Cats, because this is a special mention. There's that one and that one. Cat and Raven did not get theirs in on time, but I am hitting the like there, as you see. And you know what? I will even retweet. Disservice to you. I feel like submitting characters that would only feed. Yeah, it's looking like only 5 people are vote. What do we got? 5 people have voted. 3 are for JP the trucker. 1 for Hotep, the late Von Scriver, and Raggedy Man. Raggedy, the man who draws with the fire of a star. Okay, so let's see. I need to get drawing. It's been half an hour. I've covered that. We will, of course, go over that from time to time in the next hour and a half or so. This week's character is my character, Capricorn. This is for the fan art contest. Share. Oh, so you can draw. Yeah. Yes, there is. Hey, Trusty, how are you? Hey, Trusty. I'm sharing for a sec, so I'll do this one time while you're here. There is the straw poll. We're voting on this is special mention for Raven. He put this in, put it in a bit late, but it's great. I love it. But we're voting on Raggedy Man's Blood Oath, JP's Blood Oath, and Evan's Blood Oath. That's what the straw poll is for whoever you believe gets it this time. And this is the character I'm drawing this week, Capricorn. This guy has the real soul. Oh, Raven says, draw forgiveness and mercy. JKS, just kidding. They are. Okay, so. And how are you, Trusty? Oh, let's see. I don't even know. Yeah, Pope Raggy's Pope, Raven, and Cat could be the world's greatest romantic novel cover artist. Does he play the saxophone? No. Alric, why does he look like he stole the professor's hair from Back to the Future? I don't know. Pope Raven, Cats, let's make a romance novel. Cat's big smiley face. Evan says Doc Brown. Pope Raven, 50 Shades of Rick. About saxophones, though. I don't think that Jesus would disqualify people who tried so hard drawing his OCs. Well, he does disqualify people for stuff too. He says, unless you accept me, before you are dead, you don't get to go to heaven. So there are rules. God makes rules. And it's not like I haven't made the rules known. Well, I'm not dead, so you should accept my. I forgive him for being late. Some ways there's nothing to forgive, but rules are rules. And no, rules are not meant to be broken. Rules are meant to usually keep us safe. You forgive the. I don't think I'm equal with Christ. John. I'm just equating reality. I'm to be like Christ. Christ set deadlines and stuff. So I set the deadlines and stuff. uh, but is this the real world? I've learned valuable lessons. Just kidding. Oh, Bullet. Evan says, Bullet, you need to meet people I work with. ERTs, hello all. Rick is Canadian. Jesus is Joshua. Rick is trying to have a teachable moment here. Cat Bullet. Will there be Anna Monday today? Wait, what? It says E. Hey E. Pope Raven says, just hurry up, draw your picture. That won't be as good as mine or Cat's. Let's set up a safe space for them. No, we don't mean to be that mean, Bullet. Red Hat, are you afraid of Santa Claus? This was all my fault, maybe. Maybe. Hashtag bad leader, Josh. Maybe I should just make sure I put in the tweet from now on the deadline. I just thought y'all guys would have gotten the deadline by now, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's been that way for weeks. But hey, what do I know? Well, I do remember of the parable of the 5 wise virgins and the 5 unwise virgins. The ones that didn't have enough oil and they had to go get more oil. When they came back, they were refused entry. Hey, comic artist JW, how are you? Not a whole heck of a lot. Sometimes more than I wish to know. No. Joshua says, preach it, Red. Laugh out loud. What do you mean? Coming on or just that it's here? Okay, I'm not even sure who you are off the top of my head. I've seen you in here. I know that a few times. Were you under a different name before? And I've seen you in the chat several times. I don't know who comics art. I'm not trying to be. Bullet's amazing. Oh, Joseph. I usually I don't know. I normally see you as the IndieCom. That's why I'm got confused. I didn't know that was your other account, Joseph. And I thought you should be in number 2, Custom Warriors 2. Oh, 7 votes. JP still up 1 on top of everybody. If you want an invite, that's no problem. Nobody's coming on from number 1, so I'll slip an invite into number 2 for anybody that wants to come on from there. Yes, that helps. Hello, Perry Comics. Okay, let's see. Models us, Rick. I'm getting just ready to send in my submission. Oh, I just hit the in. Rick IW, I'm not sure what you mean, Dillard. Oh. Uh, uh, let's see. Rick IW, Rick, I'm getting ready. Smith, boycott. Cross Comics Warriors and Cross Comics Warriors 2. You're a little late, unfortunately, Model. He won't let you submit late. He can submit late. It's just that it won't get on the poll. I love how this keeps happening. IndieCon. Editing time lapse. Sorry, I told Model the deadline was 10 minutes before the show. ERT says, and trying to earn a living cat. Rick, I want to explain to your situation. Explain the situation to your pastor or church elder. I'd like to hear what they say. What they have to say. I will do likewise. So you want me to explain that somebody was late on a contest and whether I should let them get in on the contest that I run. Every week, and they should know that it's the deadline. No, I'm not a church elder, Joshua, or board member or whatever. I do not go to the Catholic church. Ask your pastor about the kiss cards. No. I don't. Are they considered sinful or what? Or what considered sinful? Like kissing an image of a woman that you're not married to. That's like committing adultery, kind of. Well, I assume Kat's not married. I'm pretty sure she is from what I said. So kissing an image of Kat would, well, it wouldn't be like kissing her exactly, but kissing a woman that's not married wouldn't be adultery. Thus, the only thing that it might come close to is idolatry, not adultery. But I wasn't worshiping the image that I made on the card, so it wouldn't even be adultery. And then, seeing as how neither of us was married, it wouldn't be adultery on either person's behalf. Closest you could get is fornication, and well, that definitely wouldn't be that because that would involve some other stuff that we're not going to discuss on this channel on High Noon. Especially. JB says, okay, I stole someone else's here. Can Rick can the real question, JP, is you took them. Are you going to give them back? And we got Cat frightened now. We frightened the kitty cat. My mom's listening. Would anybody like her opinion on this topic? True. There are things you can't or you shouldn't do is actually probably a more accurate statement, but uh, yes, where if he was JP Four says if he was Catholic, he could go to confession at least one time. Joshua says thank you, or 70 times 7, and that's in one day. It's not like, Manny was, even when Manny was late, I didn't, let his stuff go in. It's not like people don't know that I say, hey, you're late. It's not going in. I'm more than willing to show it off. It is a contest, Contests have rules. I would love. Mom, John says he would love your input. Are you even listening? I think she's listening. I hear the TV. I'll come in here and give your input. I guess on the deadline stuff and whatever else. John wants your input on.
Pardon me? John's new image? Or what?
Well, no, he's still got the same image he's had for a while. No, that's my character. Okay, she's here. She can see you. Can you read my screen?
In a moment.
Right. So when is the Rising Linda stream? Who knows?
Okay, well, don't.
Okay, ask your question, Dillard. Or I know she's been listening, but she's
Only half paying attention.
a lot of debate has been whether I should let people in when they've
passed the deadline.
Yes, and I've been running this for a few months now. I know during the summer it was different, but it was still 2 hours beforehand.
I was about to look up the time zones. You could list the time zones time. In other words, if they were in any other contest, if their entry wasn't in on time, it would not be counted.
What about people with legitimate? What about Evan says? What about people with legitimate disabilities not being able to tell time?
Somebody else will be able to tell them. If they're smart, they ask somebody else around them what time it is.
Yeah. Kat says I entered at 10 a.m. my time. Yeah, and I said 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
And that's why I'm advising you right now to make up a little chart for the time zones. So there'll be no confusion after this.
Oh, so when I said 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, they knew.
Not all, but everybody thinks.
Yeah. What time though? Nobody really knows. Says model. They know the time zones. They know the time zones. They show up to high noon on time. Laugh out loud.
Yeah.
JP4 says, I feel like this is to delegitimize my entry. No, you got in on time. You got in like 12 hours ahead of time, JP. And everybody did have a week to do it, so get it in. $10 a.m. like everywhere else in the world. Joshua says, during time zones. Kat says, Evan says, what if Kat and Pope Raven never show their art to anyone ever again? I guess that's their choice. Model, I asked this morning, and was told it's time to get ill. Every runs on Pacific Standard Time, everyone. Not me. Why do you think so many of these shows on YouTube that we do say EST, Eastern Standard Time Zone? Even Drawn and Quartered says 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. A lot. Or 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Drawn and Quartered. That's what's his face?
Mike's. Yeah.
Oh, Mike's Drawn and Quartered.
Yeah, but a lot of times he announces the time
Pacific
that
time zone.
A lot of times he announces the time that it starts as 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time zone.
Mike actually got in there?
No, I'm just using it as an example.
Oh, okay.
Hey. Yeah, if you're Rick, that also means 10 a.m. estimated. It says, yeah, well, if you want to go estimated, that's within 5 or 10 minutes, not an hour or 2 hours later. And it's not estimated when I actually say estimate.
Eastern.
Oh, sorry, Joseph. Got all caught up in the conversation. Oh, no, it's John.
Yes, it is me. Now, I know I'm in a bad internet area. I know I probably sound horrible, but all I wanted to say was this. The deadline for a competition is usually, it normally has a meaning the deadline for submissions is due at a certain time because after that time, the winner will be announced.
Yeah.
The competition is still ongoing. And, you taking into consideration that people like Pope Raven typically don't take the time to do a proper submission. They'll do joke submissions and things of that sort. But you can tell by the painterly style that he actually took a good amount of time to work on this good faith effort and submission.
And that's why I did not just not show it either, too. So,
Well, yeah, but people don't enter the contest
everybody's stuff will
to be
always show.
seen. You're not entering the contest to be seen. You're entering the contest to win.
Yes, true.
And entering the contest or not being included in the competition, but still showing off the artwork sounds a little disingenuous, like you're using their artwork and not giving them the benefit of actually being in the contest.
Unless you end up adding another category, late entries.
I guess that could happen, late entries, but would but is it fair to those that actually enter on time too? Oh, yeah. John's gone. And good points there by John, but yes. Have a poll to see if they can be in the poll. But John had a good point there. But the question is it fair to those that actually put their entry in on time?
Yeah.
And made sure what was in Bullet says part of being a winner is being there to win on time. Ulrich says, no, it's not fair to those who got it in on time. Let them in, I guess, says JP. Raven was on the poll first, and he submitted before the second poll was created. Yeah, but that's because I messed up on the poll. And I will admit that. And I didn't release that poll either. Or did I? No, I didn't. Or did I? Why would it not be fair? Because they made sure that they got their thing on time. JP entered, like, what was it? 10 p.m. last night? Evan, I'm not sure what Evan got his in this morning at, I'm not sure what time. Let's see. I think everybody worked just as hard on theirs that got it in on time. I know JP went over like 3 different versions. Evan got his in at 2:30 this morning. But because there was Pope Raven did try to make sure his got in on time. It's regular, but there was confusion. But that goes with sort of what my mom said. If it was a real, not that that's not a real competition or contest, but if it was a contest done by anybody else and you submitted your stuff late, even because of, because you were given wrong information, you'd still not get in. And I know it's a hard thing to, I broke with things last week, and I made a poll about should I let John go, and I think that was only because of the one. Dilla says, I understand deadlines and rules, but you are neglecting the spirit of the law and the letter of the law. And as the judge, this being your contest, you are failing to recognize circumstances. Just because you have the right doesn't make you right. I don't know whether I'm right or not, but I have to make a decision, right? And I made my decision. Not everybody's going to be pleased with my decision. You know, I'll make sure, in fact, here, right now, I'll make sure, I'm not sure whether I can change the tweet or not, but it probably won't let me edit it. So I might have to make a new one, but let's see. Because I hate the fact that you can't edit. Okay, so let's see. We're going to delete this tweet that we had for this week. We're going to go to I just assumed everybody knew by now what the time was. So, yeah. Deadline Monday. October 7th, 10 a.m. EST. Villains, Capricorn. The new one is up, well, for this week anyways. And pinned to profile. There won't be any. Yeah, but it was also an hour. Everybody's was an hour and a half late. John too. It's not like it was 5 minutes late. You know, if it was 5 minutes late, yeah, I'd be nice and accept it. Or however you want to say it. You know, I'm not that much of a moron. Well, it was an hour and 15 minutes, not an hour and a half. Uh, so every week now the time will be on the thing, the date and time that need to submit. Does everybody know the date and time for the creator contest ending? Midnight of the 31st of October. And I will be, what's the 31st of October? So the 1st of November, I will probably be doing that, which will be a Friday. Thursday is a Thursday. 31st is a Thursday of October. 1st is a Friday. So we'll be doing the winner that day. Model says he's laying down his foundations. Seems foundational. Is anyone going to be doing Inktober? I'm thinking about it. I was charting out my things for the month. And that starts tomorrow. I got to remember that. Let's see. Yeah, I wrote them down. I haven't figured out what I'm doing for number 1 yet, Ring. I'm trying to keep it to cross comics characters or biblical characters. Inktober is basically where they give you a word like ring, and you draw something that has to do with ring. Whether you think ring is in, the thing that you wear on your finger, or ring from a phone or something like that. From what I can tell. So I got to figure out today ring for. There's a website for it about Inktober. That's where I got the words. Number one is ring, then mindless, bait, freeze, build, husky, enchanted, frail, swing, pattern, snow, dragon, ash, overgrown, legend, wild, ornament, misfit, sling, tread, treasure, ghost, ancient, dizzy, tasty, dark, coat, ride, injured, catch, and rip or ripe. The book of. So I might try and maybe include my drawings during the week on it, like for all the, like by drawings, I mean, what's the name of it? Yeah, that's a list for Inktober. I might try and do my 5 o'clock shadows in conjunction with that too. Although, like just like if I my manga, try and keep it if I can to that. So mindless tomorrow. Here, give me a sec. I'll get you Capricorn's powers. And I'm not sure whether you're supposed to do pencils or not, or whether you just got to do inks, straight to ink for them. For the stuff. I should actually look at that rules thing. Why do so many of your characters wear vests? I have no idea. And I mean, how many characters do I have that wear vests? There's him, there's Diesel. I'm not sure who else. Yeah. Vest Force One. Well, would these count? Like, technically, it's ink. Sharpie ink, permanent marker. Okay. Anyways. Capricorn has no combat training of any kind. The only thing he has going for him in battle is his strong, unpleasant odor. His body produces. The smell, if one is not prepared for it, can be stunning. He is also seems to be immune to all forms of disease, having never gotten ill in his life at all. With having traveled in the mountains so much as a child, he can traverse any terrain. Hugh can also endure intense heat and cold. Make a drawing. Make a drawing in ink. You can do pencil underlining if you want. It says here, actually, yeah, he's based on Capricorn the goat. Post it, hashtag it with Inktober or Inktober 2099. Repeat. Probably yes, Joshua. But I'll probably try and go off the official prompt list. Well, go off the official prompt list. Yeah, it's prompt list words, 2019. Pepe Le Pew. It says JP4. Is he scaring flies off a plow? No, it's supposed to be mountainous terrain. Model. Is his vest is made of? Yeah, I'd probably say so. Yeah. I never thought about it, but you see, it is. No, it is not, Bullet. It is not his own fecal matter. He is a pine tree air freshener salesman. No, let's see. He's a thief. That is his occupation, thief. His real name is Hugh Butts. He's 6'1" in height. He's approximately 198 pounds. His city of residence is Mobile. No, thief doesn't want to stay one place. Marital status unrevealed. White hair, blue eyes, and he first appears in the Canadian Shield number 11. Because he's still huge ass. Mobile Canada. Joshua Hughes says, Joshua Hughes, but coming up. Just kidding. Maybe I will later. And Bullet says, see my butts. We want to see your butt. No. Model says, Joshua Hughes butts. No, he does not steal trash. He wants to get rich. So he's not a dumpster diver. No, he's not a dumpster diver. He doesn't eat any old trash. John says, also, Rick has a personal opinion. I think you made the right choice. I would never let anyone submit after a deadline. Well, sometimes they submit, especially here. It's can't stop them from submitting. It's just a question of whether you let the entry stand. I would also never let anyone submit. I would just make the deadline noon. Dillard also says, I also could care less how long appropriate worked on that garbage chart. Oh, okay, that's Dillard being Dillard that long for sure. Well, the best I'd go is maybe moving it up to 11 at the moment. You know, I'll admit, I'm not getting as many entries as I thought I would originally, and I thought I'd have to spend more time preparing. Bend the rules. So I'll think about moving the deadline up to 11 starting next week. But it's written down this time. I don't want to delete another tweet. less than half the entries. And you can only put in one entry at this time for this contest. So Cat had one entry and Raven had one entry. That's less than half. Bullet says, nah, don't change a thing, Rick. If they want to enter, they need to do it on time. Well, I'm just changing the time. Like I said, I'll think about it. I can't say for sure, but this week it's still 10. Cat says I made 2 because I knew I'd mess one up. But I just don't want to seem too unreasonable, you know. But like I've said, they have, like almost technically a week, It's a week shy of a couple hours, right? Yes, Mom?
Just for the heck of it, where do all these people live?
Well, most of them live in Canada or the States. Raven happens to live in Australia.
I can look up the times for there, but I was going to look up the times for the different places.
Oh, if somebody's on the west,
too lazy to.
somebody's on the west coast, they're only 3 hours behind us. In Australia, they're like 12 hours ahead of us.
Yeah.
If they're in Hawaii, they're 6 hours behind us. Most of these people that are on here know the time zones. Bullet says, be firm, but fair. That's all you can do. Let's see. Until it says, Rick, why do so many of your OCs look like they have to resort to stealing garbage to sustain themselves? I have no idea. Dillard says, because he's a goat man. Dillard rules for thee, but not for me. Evan, I don't. You don't what? The OC, not Rick, as far as I know. Evan says, I don't know time zones. Okay, most people. I did say most. Evan can't tell time. That's why he casually mentioned it before. Says Cot. Orc says it's always going to be Pacific Standard Time. Everyone runs on that. Bullet says, Rick, Evan is numerically disabled. Yes, that's why he helps so many people with their, their OBS and getting the numbers for them. Evil Joshua says, it's not Rick's fault. You're an educated rabbit. But Evan did put in a good entry, too, this week. This isn't too bad either. numeric dyslexia is a thing, Rick. I feel sad for him. Well, I can believe it's a thing for sure. Whose fault is it? Actually, I think it's a Canadian. I think a Canadian came up with the time zones. Can we hold a telephone for Evan, says Raggedy, California. Okay, so let's see. Let's bring up the straw poll. We have 7 votes. Well, I think we have 7 votes. We have 8 votes. Right now, we have JP, the trucker, and Hotep, the late von Scriver. Tying for first place with the raggedy man who draws with Fire of a Star leading in second place. Let's see. Let's share screen. Evil Joshua says, of course it would be a Canadian. Finally, something we can pin on Canada. I said, I think. I don't know for sure. What about Swatch internet time? Let's set all contestants to that standard. And thanks, Kat. Raggedy says, you know what's going to be more fun next year? South Carolina's going to be opting out of daylight savings. Says he's moving to South Carolina. Okay, so let's once again show the contestants. We have the exciting Evan Hotep, once the late von Scriver, with his chibi blood oath. We have the juggernaut JP, the trucker, with his blood oath. And we have the rising Raggedy. The rockin' Raggedy Man with his blood oath. Whom shall you vote for? Let's see, we need the straw poll there. There is the straw poll once again. For any of the 9 of you that have yet to vote. I'd say we need one more vote, but, JP has got it. We'll give it another minute. It's 45. It just turned 45. We'll give it to 46, and then we'll call it, see if anybody wants to get in on this. We got 9 votes. JP the trucker is JP for the truckers in the lead, followed by Hotep, the late von Scriver, followed by Raggedy, the man who draws with the fire of a star, You've got less than a minute to get in on this. Dum, bum, 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 bum. Bullet's already voted. GP4 says, thank you, Joshua. Bullet says, Raggedy was robbed. And it's 46. So we will declare GP4 the winner. So you get a signed trading card. Which one do you want? Do you already have the signed trading cards, or I thought about voting for Raggedy and make it a tie, but he has a firearm star, so I can't vote for him for obvious reasons. True, Bullet. That is. Not sign. I was too cheap. So which one do you want, Bullet? I mean, JP. Obviously, I need a signed Canadian shield. Here, give me a sec. Oh, let's just. Well, I don't need to stop sharing. Okay, so. Should have that out sometime this week, JP. So you'll be getting 2 letters from me fairly close together. Because card I sent to you is in just a regular envelope. Can go in your mailbox easy. Here. So there is that done. Yeah. Oh, which one did you want? Yeah, you won a couple of weeks ago. I knew it, but I don't think you told me which one you want. Yes, JP won. Evan? Or Jay? Or should I ask, is it the same one as JP? Well, you did win a few weeks ago, and I don't think you got a card for that, so you're entitled to a card. Nobody else entered, but hey, as far as I'm concerned, you entered. So yeah, the next one will be Capricorn for this week. You see it up there, or it should be. Somebody has voted for Hotep bringing up to 10 to 10, but it was already called, so. Oh yeah, you already have them all. Well, you can always give your win to somebody else. Your card to somebody else if you win, too. Or you can get it and give it away to somebody in your life, a friend or whatever. In real world that you know. So, yeah, okay. Okay, Raven, which one do you want? Raven actually has won a few times too in I think it was the joke category, or maybe even once in the serious category. So also don't forget the ABC Character Creator Contest or the X Contest. Should we call it the ABC? Then I choose Cat. If Cat wants it, she has to tell me which one. I know she's got a Canadian Shield. Is it 2 Canadian Shields or Canadian Shield and something else? Should I call it the X Contest? The X Creator Contest? Or the ABCs of Cross Comics Creator Contest? Because, okay, so we have Cross Comics has a character with Z, Zodiac, with Y, Yellow Lightning, with W, Watchtower, with V, Virgo, with U, Ultraviolet, with T, Tank, with S, Snowdrift, with R, Razor, with Q, Queen, with P, Pig Snarker, O, Ozona, N, Nighthawk, M, Messenger, L, Leo, K, Killer, J, John Sims, I, Insecto, H, Hyperspeed, G, Ghost Spirit, F, Flame, E, Electide, D, Darkness, C, Canadian Shield, B, Bat Black, and A, Absorb. Okay, so Bullet saying the ABCs of comics. Raggedy says X Contest. Otherwise, you're getting every letter but X. Well, I just, it's also the fact that, I have every character, I have a character with every letter but X, which is what inspired it. But yeah, I can see your point. Elric says, we have to name our hero or villain with the name beginning with X. Yes. Again, the prize is either a set of cards, signed cards, a t-shirt, or commission on 12 by 18. And of course, I will do a sketch card of the winners. Character. They don't already have it. I guess they can get a digital copy of the version of the Canadian Shield #1 too. What is the cash prize of the contest? No cash prize. This is a very complex learning of the ABCs for kids across. Well, Not trying. Yeah, so it's got to be the character's name's got to begin with X, not their like alter ego, their superhero or supervillain name. Raggedy Pig Snarker. Yeah, it's something what my cousin came up with, calling my dog one a little bit of time. So I developed it into a name in the character. Bullet says, excellent, extreme, ecstatic contest. Diller saying, what is the cash prize of the contest? No, the real prize. What's the real prize? Says Diller. The cash money. There is no cash money. So I think that's about it, unless anybody can think of anything else. I will, of course, be on tonight for 5 o'clock shadow. No cash, what's the point? To create a character of your own, to have another character in your arsenal. To get a prize of some sort, may not be cash, but hey. DC tonight. I don't know who I'm doing. Bone says, I'll enter, but only if there is cash prize. Dylan says, I don't need no character. I'll just steal someone else's. King Shark. That starts with a K, not an X. Draw Shinky. Oh, Alric. Is there any character dealing that's, you might say, this is not for today, obviously, but tomorrow? Mindless. In anime. Oh, King Shark is yeah. Yeah, I could do King Shark. That'll be for tomorrow because, Inktober. Well, it's just a prompt word for the Inktober, so it depends on what you want to derive from the term mindless. Rick, I would assume, anyways. So I guess I'm putting that in your hands for deriving the meaning of mindless for a character. Dealing with anime or manga. Manga. I have drawn I've drawn Super Brawly or the Brawly once. I guess I could do them again. Raggedy says, every anime has at least one idiot. Okay, so I guess it's Brawly unless you can kind of think on it, Elric. Or if you're talking about a puppet-like character, you could go for the 6 pass of pain from... I've also drawn pain! Or 6 pass of pain different than just pain? Well, think on it, Elric, over the next day. Let me know in tomorrow's... hopefully you'll be here tomorrow. Let me know in the chat tomorrow. Because it'll be done tomorrow for 5 o'clock shadow. Okay, there's different bodies of paint. Okay, now you're just confusing me, Elric. Or you can let me know tonight, too. Either or. You might have to send me a reference to... Anyways, it's 2:03. I'm going to end. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by. I hope you all participate in the fan art contest for next week. And I hope you all participate in Cross Comics' X Challenge. There. So, later, everybody. See you at about 5 tonight, hopefully. In about 3 hours. If I can ever get my cursor on the